So I'll make this brief, but let me tell you what ALEC has done to organize labor, and let me tell you why I think they've done that. As the esteemed attorney said at the end, there's a reason why they're suppressing the vote of that group of demographics, because they know the outcome of that. Why are they attacking labor? Because they know who we advocate for. We advocate for the middle class. We built the middle class in America years ago. We can't live on that reputation, but the fact is, they realized that we were probably the single most powerful, financially well-funded group out there that was fighting their agenda. So how can you fight that? Well, if you cut off their arms, you cut off their legs, and you cut off their funding, we can no longer advocate for workers. So what have they done? They have systematically introduced legislation in Missouri and in other battleground states across the country, such as right to work. What does right to work do? It allows an employee the choice of whether to be a union member or not, while we're mandated as an organization to represent them on the job site. I say I'm in favor of right to work as soon as I'm eligible to play in their private country clubs without paying dues. I think that's fair. And whatever country club there is that has a $10,000 monthly fee, and I don't have to pay anything because I get fair representation, I'm all for right to work. They're not going to agree with that. They have introduced legislation in Missouri and in other places that attack prevailing wage laws, that attack the building trades. Why are they doing all of this? It's not only that we're going to drive the wages down, because when you talk to the legislators and you explain to them, do you understand what right to work is? Do you understand that what happens to the standard of living in right to work states is it goes down? The average income of a worker drops about $5,000 a year. Is that what you want for your constituents? Is that why your constituents elected you to Jeff City or to Congress in D.C., is to drive your standard of living down? I don't believe that's the reason. They also know, though, that as the contracts, the collective bargaining agreements that we have get weaker, less members participate and pay dues. We have less members to advocate who to vote. We also have less dues to help fund progressive, good working class candidates. That is the end run as to why they're doing that. They're trying to cut off the legs of the voters over there to suppress the right to vote. They're trying to cut off our legs as an organized labor movement to make sure we cannot advocate for working class Missourians. I asked the question of most people because a lot of people today, unfortunately, don't have a positive perspective of labor unions. I would be deemed in a commercial running in Missouri today as a union boss. I find it hard to believe that all sprawling, 5'7", a little bit overweight, 180-pound Dave Cook is that intimidating, but we're deemed as a union boss, and it is working. They come up with this spin and they use it. Here's the question we want to ask people that say that they're not sure if unions have a place today or not. We were good because we brought you the weekend. We were good because we gave you the 5-day work week. We were good because we gave you the 40-hour work week. We were good because we helped pass child labor laws, but their time has passed. Do you think that workers today should be able to join collectively and advocate to change their working standards? I ask you that. Do you think you should be able to get together in a private place with your co-workers and discuss work rules? I think every American has that right. What they're trying to do is eliminate that right. When we pose the question in that manner, we have a much better response. They are trying to eliminate our ability to join together as individuals collectively to have a voice for the betterment of the whole. There's one other thing that I'd like to mention, and this is that I salute these corporations that have disenfranchised without it. I think that's a good thing. I would also tell you, though, I question their motives. I question if they've changed their philosophy as to what they believe is good for America, or whether they've changed their philosophy because marketing and polling said, oh my gosh, Trayvon Martin is a terrible situation. We need to draw out because we're getting bad PR. Walmart was the last one to get out. Walmart single-handedly had a big role in passing Stand Your Ground. Why would Walmart care about that? They are the biggest gun and ammunition sales company in the United States, so your life is not as valuable as their bottom line. The other thing I'd like to mention, in passing, is where Coca-Cola and Procter & Gamble and Pepsi have done the right thing. And this may not be a labor issue, but it ties to labor because Walmart is the most anti-union company in America, known to mankind today. I'm happy to tell you that the Walton Family Foundation is still proud sponsors of ALEC. If anybody doesn't know who the Walton Family Foundation is, it's the heirs of Sam Walton. They make up as much wealth amongst the heirs of Sam Walton as 30% of the American population. I'm okay with that, but you should have one vote only. They are controlling the votes of millions with their financing and their support of ALEC. Thank you very much. I won't talk about that.
The panel, please stay right here. We're going to take questions in a couple of moments.